Today we are going to study the different rules which are adopted by the government in order to correct the market failure. So market failure we studied yesterday took place when resources are not allocated efficiently by the market forces of demand and supply, so they will be the reason of the market failure. So yesterday we were talking about the regulation and we also studied about the regulations tool of the government in our previous year. Last year we studied about the regulation. There can be price regulation, there can be standard regulations, that certain standard of the products is also set by the government in order to protect the consumers from the malfunctionings of the producers of salads. Today I am going to show you the taxes to internalize the negative externalities. What are those? Negative externalities. In our topic about market failure, we studied how negative externalities are causing the market failure. For example, there is a pollution produced by the producer of leather garments or anything product like that. So negative externalities, we studied that when social cost of production, when this marginal social cost is going to be higher than the marginal private cost, so there is going to be the negative externality or marginal external cost is present. This is what we studied. Now the pollution is produced by the producer. That's why we shifted only the supply curve. Do you think there can be the consumption negative externalities? What do you think? The negative externalities caused by the consumers. Negative consumption externalities. Negative consumption externalities. Like it means when consumers are consuming something bad, so they are also causing harmful effects to the environment or the people around them. Follow? For example, a person is having addiction of smoking or any wine drinking. So from this consumer, the other people are affected without any payment. Isn't it? So the production of cigarette is also having negative externality, whereas the producers, consumers of these demerit goods, they are also causing the negative externalities. Look here. Look here. When there are consumption externalities, marginal private benefit is lying above the marginal social benefit. Now the society's benefit is lower than the individual benefits. Alright? In case of positive externalities by the consumers, we studied marginal social benefit was higher than the marginal private benefit. But in this case, marginal social benefit is lower or less than the marginal private benefit. Now this thing is having a negative externality. So we can see here, this is the marginal private cost of producing, you can say, cigarettes or wine. So where actually market is operating when the consumer's private benefit and private cost are considered, this is the equilibrium point without considering the negative externalities caused by the consumers. So there is going to be over allocation of resources because consumers' private benefits are high, so they are going to be produced by the producers in order to satisfy the consumer wants. So market without externalities, it is over here, but when consumer externality is present, the desirable level of output is lower than this. But we see the production of any demerit good is also having production negative externalities. Do you think where cigarettes are being produced, that area is also being polluted? So what government does? Government, here we find, here is the marginal social cost. What it is? The marginal social cost. So the production of this demerit good is also associated with negative externalities, although consumers are also having negative consumption externalities. Now what is happening? This is the marginal external cost. Government wants to internalize this negative externality. What government wants? It wants to internalize the negative externality. So it will impose a tax equal to marginal external cost. What type of tax it is? Indirect tax. Okay. Now see, consumers, they have to pay this price. This is equilibrium. You can say this is equilibrium 2, this is equilibrium 3, you can say. Okay. Consumer will pay this price, whereas before the externality this was the market price. Now whereas the production has also been decreased, now the seller will receive this lower price. Consumer is paying along his private benefit. This is the actual demand of the consumer, and seller is receiving along his private cost. So we see here the private benefit is equal to the price, and at that price marginal social cost is also equal to the private benefit. Okay. So social cost, which was higher than the social benefit, that was a reason of negative externality. Consumer, they are also causing negative externalities, and producers are also having a negative externality from its production. Now the consumers are paying this upper price, where seller is receiving this lower price. This whole triangle is what? Tax revenue. Alright. So what the government has done? Government has imposed a tax equal to the marginal external cost. Now we have 4 curves in this diagram. Previously we were having only 3 when taxes were imposed. Okay. Now tax is imposed on its production, consumer price will also increase, and seller will receive the price along his private cost, and this rectangle, the whole rectangle, is a tax revenue of the government. So by collecting this tax, what government will do? Government will internalize the negative externalities. Government will use that tax revenue to clean the environment. Followed? So negative externalities, when they are caused by the consumers and they are also being caused by the producers of that product, so government will use the taxation tool in order to internalize the negative externalities. Now how can we evaluate this tool? This may happen that we cannot measure the marginal external cost by using the market forces. Can we measure how much pollution is the value of the pollution in money terms? So if tax imposed is going to be higher than the actual value of external cost, then it will have more deadweight loss to the society. Welfare loss. And sometimes taxes, they are underestimated, and we do not have the full internalization of externalities. We do not have full internalization of negative externalities. So we see the taxes are the tools which are used by the government to internalize the negative externalities. Do you think there can be the ad valorem tax? Ad valorem tax, what it is? This is I impose a specific tax. What is value added tax? Which is the percentage of the price of the product. What it is? It is the percentage of the price of product. If government adopts that policy, this is a specific tax. Specific tax. Now this is the value added tax. Here we see this is a marginal private cost and this is going to be the marginal social cost. What it is? Marginal social cost, and this is the private benefit, or this is going to be marginal social benefit. Now again, before this externality internalized, government has imposed a value added tax. Consumer has to pay the supply price, whereas seller will receive along his supply line. Before this tax, there was this price. Okay, so when value added tax is imposed, what happens? Supply will rotate leftward and demand will also have rotation towards left. Okay, so now again the remaining analysis of the diagram will be there, that consumers are always paying more than the seller is receiving. So this is the tax revenue of the government when value added tax is used. Alright? No? What happened? Okay. This is how we internalize the negative externalities. Okay, do you think there can be any other possibility without taxation? Can we use the other tools to internalize these negative externalities? There is another tool which is called Coase theorem. What do you mean by Coase theorem? Okay, listen please. What is the meaning of Coase theorem? According to this theorem, they say, who is the owner of this atmosphere? Consumers or producers? Consumers. Anyone else to answer? Who is the owner of this atmosphere? No one is the owner. No one is having the property rights of this atmosphere. For example, we have the private houses. We have our own private ownership of houses. Do we allow other people to damage our private property? Either it is a house or it is a car or anything your private property, even your cell phones. Will you allow any of the person to damage your private property? Not at all. So when ownership is private, they will not allow the producers, if ownership of atmosphere is with the consumers, they will not allow the producers to damage their private property. Clear? So if government assigns the property rights, what is this? Property rights either to the consumers or to the producers. When consumers are the owners of this atmosphere, what happens? They will not allow the producers to pollute this atmosphere. If still producers are damaging the atmosphere, what happens? Consumer will ask them to clean it because they are the owners. If someone is going to damage the private property, we will ask that person to indemnify my private property. Follow? So when private property rights are assigned, they will be used to internalize the negative externalities. So if producers are the private owner of this atmosphere, what happens? They can pollute as much as they are going to produce, because they are the sole owner. If producers are provided the property rights of atmosphere, so they can pollute as much as they are going to produce the owner. So in that way, when producers are owners, consumers will pay to the producers in order to clean it, because they are also living in the same environment, same atmosphere. So if owner is the producer and he has the right to pollute it, then consumers or the society society members, they will pay to the producers to clean it. Okay, so cost theorem is another way to internalize an adversarities, but it has a problem. What is the problem? How can we assign the property rights? Is there any proper methodology by which we can say this atmosphere is owned by consumers or producers? It has some legal implications, and that's why along with taxes we can use this property right method, but alone the property rights are not going to work effectively, because nobody cares how the property rights are assigned. Followed? There is going to be another way of internalizing the negativities. What is that? Permits, pollution permits. What do you mean by pollution permits? Permits means now government has issued a certificate or approval to some of the producers that they have this level of output to be produced in a specific time period, and whatever the pollution is associated with that production is allowed to the producer, because it is not too much to damage the environment. So pollution permits are issued by the government. This is another way of internalizing the externalities. For example, this is the permits market. What it is? Permits, and this is the price or fee of permit. Okay? So this is the supply of permits in year 1, and this is the demand of permits. Government has issued, suppose, 1000 permits to the 1000 producers throughout the country, that they can produce a certain quantity of production within 10 days, 7 days, or 1 month or a whole year. So you are allowed to have this permit in order to produce the negative externalities. Now this is the price or fees of the permit. So when permits are not fully utilized by a person, for example, he was allowed to produce 500 units per day, but his capacity is to produce only 300 units per day. The 200 units of the permit are still left over. He can sell that 200 units permit to other firm, that they can utilize the same permit, and the holder of that permit will be charging a rent of that permit by the other firm. Okay, so next year what happens? More firms are going to demand permits, because once they are issued a permit, they have no fear of government restrictions, because now they are allowed a certain level of output to be produced under this permit. So when demand of permits increases, government reduces the supply. Now permit price will be further increased. Now they have issued only 800 instead of 1000. Not everyone is able to get the permit. Its supply has been decreased by the government. So permits, they are not too much issued. Most of the time government decreases its issuance. Okay. So what happens? Now government is educating the producers to use environment friendly methods of production, which are having less or no pollution. For example, nowadays we are having fuel cars. Okay, government has allowed it. Government is importing the fuel in order to run those cars. So when government is switching towards electric cars, that's a new technology which is not having any type of environmental threats. Clear? So same is the case when producers are using primitive technology and they are causing a pollution in the society. Government will allow them the other method of production which is environment friendly. Okay? Because government is not going to issue the permits too much as the demand is increasing. So most of the production will be lost in the society. or in the economy, economic growth will go down. So government will allow the producers even to import that technology which is environment friendly. So I used three things in today's lesson. What are those? How taxes are used to internalize the negative externalities, how O's theorem is used to internalize the negative externalities, and what is the issuance of permits, cushion permits, which are also used to internalize the negative externalities. And in tomorrow's lesson, we will be internalizing the positive externalities by using the subsidies method. Alright, so that's all for today's lesson.